Hey, good evening, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with Fantasy Football Week 9 wrap-up. And you know what? I'm just going to start off by saying there are certain weeks and times when you play fantasy football when things go so badly that A, you question if you even know what the fuck you're doing anymore, and B, whether it's worth the aggravation. Well, for me personally, that is where I am today in Fantasy Football Week 9. It was a bloodbath, and that is not even the word for me today. Lost for the first time this season, lost both leagues in the same week. My once pristine 5-0 team is now 5-4. I've lost all 4 games without Justin Jefferson and without James Conner. 0 for 4. And I had to look and stare at 29 points on my bench with Tank Dell. And I had to sit and stare at 22 points from Taysom Hill on my bench. While I played Trey McBride 5 PPR points. While I played Josh Downs 2 points before he goes out and he gets injured again. Just awful, awful, awful decisions this week by yours truly, to the point where I started to question myself. Like, do I even know what the hell I'm doing anymore? Like, that's how bad it was. You know, the Trey McBride thing, I can almost, yes, it was a pristine matchup with Taysom Hill, but in the back of my head, I kept saying, the week I put him in there, he's going to do nothing. Juwan Johnson is back. The targets haven't been there. He's going to come back to earth. They're playing the Bears. They're going to blow them out, and they're going to call off the dogs in the second half, and none of that happened. And Tank Dell, I put in there, and then I put Chuba Hubbard in there, and then I went back to Downs. And we all know how that turned out. 2 points, and he goes down and he gets hurt again. I mean, I just... Nothing went right. So right now, I'm getting destroyed in that league, 117 to 83. And in my 7-1 league, I'm losing 102 to 75, playing the best team this week. And you know what? Like, whatever. I'm not even that upset about that one. I still have Josh Allen and Austin Eckler, so it's possible I can pull it out. But, and Aaron Jones had a good game today, so I can't even get that upset about that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown was on a bye, so I'll be 7-2. And you know what? It's okay. But my once 5-0 team is now 5-4, and I'm hearing it. This is a friends and family league, so I'm hearing all sorts of shit from the other people in the league. And you know what? I deserve it. And I also have to admit, a remote control got thrown today. It got thrown. My DirecTV remote control got thrown. The batteries flew out the back. I couldn't even find one of them. I had to go put a new one in there. Like, it was that kind of day. And we've all been there, right? I'm on pace in that one league to get 96 points. 96! I mean, just unbelievable. Went against Dak Prescott at 32 points. Amari Cooper, 24 points. My best player in that league, besides CeeDee Lamb's 24, with the Raiders defense, 22 points. And Lamar Jackson, 11.4 points. They score 37, and Lamar Jackson gets 11. Let's just hand it to Gus Edwards every single time when we're inside the 10-yard line. Every time. Just give it to Gus Edwards every single time. Let's just keep doing it. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I mean, Gus Edwards is a good player, but I mean, come on. Nothing went right for me today. It was that kind of day. Now, based on the poll, more people had a better day than a shitty day like I had. So I just, you know what? There are days, and God, uh, the Tank Dell thing is going to haunt me for a while. The matchup was good, but he's been so bad lately. Like he's literally done nothing since the middle of September. So I didn't put him in there. I kept Downs in, who's been great. Downs has been awesome every week. I know he was hobbled, but all right, they cleared him. He's playing, right? He's going to be good. Well, one catch for 10 yards, he's out. And you know what? Honestly, even if I had both Hill and Dell in the lineup, I still wouldn't have won. And it gets to that point too where you're like, all right, I'm almost hoping I get my ass kicked to cover those points that are on my bench so I don't feel like an idiot, even though I do. And I played Alvin Kamara, who had only 11 points. DeAndre Swift only had 9. So, I should have won this week. And it's so frustrating because, like I said, I was 5-0, and I just can't stop the bleeding. And there's just nothing I can do. Now, next week, I'm hoping to get Connor back, Montgomery back, Jefferson back. And I'm playing Taysom Hill the rest of the way. I don't care if he gets 5 points next week. He's my starting tight end the rest of the way. And not for nothing, the Arizona Cardinals should be embarrassed by what they put out there today with Clayton Tune. They should absolutely be embarrassed. Starting that kid against the Cleveland Browns. It was an absolute joke. Unbelievable. And Isaiah Pacheco, 6 points. I know they like to throw the ball, but 6 points, and they're winning most of the game. Oh, my God. It's just everything spiraled on me this weekend. And then I got to watch my Giants and Daniel Jones blow out his knee. He's got a torn ACL, folks. He's done. Now they're going to have to draft another quarterback. I mean, it just doesn't stop. I got Danny DeVito's second cousin once removed in there, throwing the ball all over the place. So as a fan, today sucked. And you know what? Yeah, Ken Walker, 2 points. And I don't even have him. Michael Thomas got shut out. There was that troll who came on here and also on the message board. I can't believe he traded Ken Walker, Michael Thomas for Austin Eckler. Yeah, I told you I would do that trade any day of the week. And not for nothing, too, Kenneth Walker is losing that job slowly now to Zach Charbonnet. And that's why I kept telling you every week, hold on to Charbonnet. Because Kenneth Walker, whether he's hurt or not, he was under 50% of the snaps today to Charbonnet. Second week in a row that happened. And it was an abomination. Like Geno Smith is back to New York Jets Geno Smith. So, my 5-0 team, I trade Jalen Hurts for Lamar Jackson and Garrett Wilson out of desperation to try to win this week. And last I checked, 29 points for Jalen Hurts. 29. And I know when I made that trade, it was a completely desperate move to try to win this week. Garrett Wilson, Lamar Jackson. Jackson's had big weeks this year. I didn't think the drop-off was that much. And also next week, Hurts is off. And I'm playing the guy who traded me Jackson. So that, I should win next week. He's got nobody. The guy I'm playing next week has no Mostert, no Waddle, no A.J. Brown, and no Jalen Hurts. If I can't win next week, I quit this league. We have $4.99 super chat from Rain Young. Thank you, Rain. It makes me feel better a little bit. I really appreciate it. Then the second $4.99 super chat, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that. Pissed off, does not even subscribe today. What a complete joke. Yep, you're feeling the pain, man. It's and I really appreciate the super chats. Thank you. That does make me feel better a little bit because it does help with the channel. Yeah, Anthony, it's to say that this has been a bad stretch for me doesn't even quantify what it's been. I mean, it was just an absolute disgrace. And I know I missed a lot of comments, guys, so post it again. Just had to go through the rant. But hey, Aaron Jones 17 points. So let's, that's a positive, right? We can go with that. 3-6 after this week. Yeah, I mean, listen, it could be worse, right? I'm going to be 5-4, and this league is really packed out. There's like, 6 teams that are going to be 5-4 after this week. Diggs and Kincaid to have huge nights, at least have a shot. My opponent's Chase. Yeah, I'm playing Chase too. I'm just throwing away this whole week is what I'm doing. Like, it was just that bad. All right. So injuries today. Daniel Jones, listen, I like Daniel Jones. I think he's a really nice guy. Met him a number of times. Just a really, really good person, right? Got taken down late in the first quarter, was limping. First play of the second quarter, takes a shotgun snap, and he literally goes down untouched like he was shot. Like it was, it was startling to see. And now, Ian Rappaport came out today that they fear it's a torn ACL, so he's going to be done. They have to draft a quarterback now. I know they signed it to a huge deal. There is an opt-out, not an opt-out, but there is basically an escape hatch after next year so that the cap won't kill them. And they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to get Drake May. They're going to be in position to do that, to get Drake May or to get Caleb Williams. They're going to be in position now to do that because it's going to be Matt Barkley or Tommy DeVito the rest of the way, which is just bad. And if you're a Saquon Barkley owner, do whatever you can to get out from this because it's going to get ugly. You're playing Falcons kicker. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, Jermaine, I was just going to get to that. Cam Akers, second torn Achilles. And, listen, all of you people rooting for Aaron Rodgers to come back, this is the threat. When you tear your Achilles once, it's susceptible to going again. And that's why I think Aaron Rodgers is absolutely out of his mind to come back. I know he's probably figured, okay, I'm going to be 40 or he is 40. I don't even know how old he is, but I'm just going to go for it, right? At this stage of my career, it's not going to be good. So Cam Akers, his career could be over now. So Alexander Mattison gets a longer leash. All right, Dallas Goedert, injured forearm today. He did not return. That looks a little dicey for him as well. Kenneth Walker's got to be right there with Pickens. You're right, as far as the suck of the week. It was bad. So let's get to some stuff that I did enjoy today. Listen, Josh Dobbs deserves to be the star of the week, even without the numbers to back it up. He literally just got there a few days ago. And Hall goes out, the rookie from BYU goes out with a concussion. And what was that? Kenneth Walker. Yeah, listen, I traded Kenneth Walker earlier this season because I started to sense that they really liked the Charbonnet kid, and he was god-awful today. And the whole team was awful. But this is 2 weeks in a row now. He hasn't been good. So Josh Dobbs, 20 of 30 off the bench, 2 touchdowns. He even ran for a score, 66 yards on the ground. This was one of the most awesome performances I've seen in a long time. When you take into account the context, just got there, hardly knows the playbook, and he comes out and throws a winning touchdown pass with 20 seconds to go. You could root for this guy. They're 5-4. He 7 catches for 69 for TJ Hawkinson. And I told you from the very beginning, Hawkinson's fantasy value was not going to take a big hit with Josh Dobbs because he's going to throw short. Dobbs, second highest rate of throwing to the tight end with the Cardinals, and he picked up right where he left off here. And Justin Jefferson, please come back this week because I need you. And that should, now that they're 5-4, that will give him the impetus to come back. Zach Charbonnet could be the starter soon. Yes, I absolutely believe that. I agree, Jermaine. This was a ballsy effort. All the respect in the world to him. And it wouldn't be us, the Atlanta Falcons, if we could talk shit about how dumb they are offensively. So Bijan Robinson, 11 for 51 on the ground. Did he even catch up? He won 2 catches for 8 yards. So this continues a string of, I believe it's now 5 of the last 6 games he's been under 15 PPR fantasy points. Single digits today, Bijan Robinson. And Kyle Pitts, Tyler Heineke's starting, right? Everything should be hunky-dory. 4 catches for 56 yards. Jonnu Smith, 5 for 100 and a score. Did Dak just throw another touchdown? I'm not watching the game. Somebody just texted me. So Jordan Addison 5 for 52. So, the Vikings, good news there. Falcons, not so much. Didn't look much different. What's going on in the Dallas game, guys? I don't have it on because I just couldn't deal with watching anymore. Did they just score it to go ahead? Cleveland Browns 27-0. I mean, my God. That was an absolutely embarrassing, pathetic, disgusting performance. $1.99 from Rain Young. I'm here to announce my retirement. Oh, man. You're retiring from fantasy. It must have been that bad, huh? Wow. I mean, thank you for the super chat again, Rain. I really appreciate that. I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, Deshaun Watson was good. 219, 2 touchdowns through the air. And if you're an Amari Cooper owner, this is what Deshaun Watson does. So 5 for 139 and 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper's been really good. He's been the top wide receiver too, in my opinion. Yeah, keep me updated, Jermaine. So Watson has a long history of like Matthew Stafford, targeting his number one guy incessantly, and that's Amari Cooper. We saw it with DeAndre Hopkins. So it's a really good sign going forward. Now, Marquise Brown, 4 for 24, but again, buy low because they're going to get Kyler Murray back next week. Jerome Ford did nothing, 20 of 44. Really, really ugly. Kareem Hunt, 14 of 38. Yikes. 1 touchdown. But listen, they didn't need it. All right. So, yeah, Cooper, I get it. Deontay Johnson, James, I'm really pleased with him, and I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be good the rest of the way. Play clock went to 0. So this is Dak Prescott for you, man. When at crunch time, this is the stuff that he does. Who should I sell Ken Walker for? I don't think you're going to be able to sell Ken Walker off of that game. It's not the right time to do that. Not the right time to do that. All right, next game. So Green Bay with a 20-3 win. Listen, we knew what was going to happen here. As soon as Brett Rippon got in there, we got word that Matthew Stafford was going to play. Every Rams player just shit the bed. And how about this? Cooper Kupp, under 7 PPR points the last 3 games. That's unbelievable. Puka Nacua, 3 for 32, Kupp 2 for 48. Yeah, you could sell Walker for Pollard. That's true, Anthony. And again, Pollard, what's going on? Game over. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Now, getting back to the game here, we need, obviously, Stafford, there was no chance he was going to play this week, but he should be back next week. CJ, yeah, the Browns defense, there were some defenses that really shone today. The running back situation was a mess. We don't need to talk about it. Aaron Jones, guys, 20 carries, 73 yards and a score. He did have a fumble. But 4 for 26, this was an Aaron Jones game. AJ Dillon still got 9 carries. This was all Aaron Jones. So this is what you want to see. And how about Christian Watson? 1 catch for 37 yards. If you haven't caught him by now, I don't know what you're waiting for. He picked up literally 3 injuries in this game. Possible concussion. I believe it was a knee or a leg. And I don't even remember what they were, but it was 3 injuries when I got the alert. That's just ridiculous. He's done. There's no reason to hold on to him. Zach still on my waivers. You think someone gets him? I would put in a very aggressive claim on him. All right. Next game, Washington over the Patriots, New England Patriots. Sam Howell, again, guys, very good. He did throw a costly interception in the end zone, which was frustrating. 325 yards, a score, and an interception, and he ran for 27 on the ground. So Sam Howell's doing a really good job. He's been a top 12 fantasy quarterback. I've been saying it all summer. This is one guy I definitely hit on, so I was happy about. Noah Brown taken. Yeah, it was weird. They was all hands on deck there. They were throwing all over the place. I'm not too worried about that. The way I win tonight is by somehow the Bills defense touchdown, Burrow by freaking Christmas miracle. Yeah, I hope you get it, Rain. I don't want you to retire. Drop Tuba for Dotson. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Yeah, Keaton Mitchell. I'll get to that game in a minute. But Brian Robinson, 3.5 per carry, did score. Ramondre Stevenson, 9 carries for 87 in a score. He had 1 long run, 4 for 42 through the air. So he's doing the PPR thing. Not bad. Terry McLaurin, 5 for 73. Jahan Dotson, 4 for 69 to score. So we're seeing Sam Howell really prop up the value of both of these guys. So I've been very impressed with him. New Orleans over the Bears. So yes, Chris Olave, your last window to buy low on him was last week, and now it's too late. Olave, 6 for 46. Michael Thomas shut out, and you know how volatile he can be. He's probably real, bitching on the sidelines. Cole Kmet, 6 for 55 and 2 scores. Taysom Hill, guys. Taysom Hill season. All right. Last year, we started to see it. This year, my God, he's been money the last 4 weeks. This is not going to stop. There's no way with the Saints at 5-4, they have something here. All right. Good. I'm glad you're not retiring, Rain. And a lot of frustration today. But Hill, 11 carries, guys. He had 2 more carries than Alvin Kamara. And if you're an Alvin Kamara owner, this shakes you a little bit. He already wasn't getting the goal line carries, but Hill, 11 of 52 on the ground. He threw a touchdown pass. And for good measure, he caught 4 balls for 13 yards in another score. Like, it's just ridiculous. 22 plus PPR points. I'm playing him every week from now on. I don't care if he puts up 5 next week. No, we don't sell Kamara, Anthony. And listen, it was a dud from Kamara today. 9 for 26 on the ground, 4 for 44 through the air. Listen, he's not going to put up 20. He's not going to catch 10 balls every game. So it's just a dud. That's it. We move on. No big deal. Leonard Fournette, I guess you could hold him, see what happens there. Baltimore, 37-3 over Seattle. Like, I'm starting to get a little concerned now, more than a little concerned with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf because Geno Smith is playing god-awful. He looks like the New York Jets, Geno Smith, 13 of 28, like just pathetic. Lamar Jackson, 21-26, 187. He got his ankle rolled up a little bit, ran for 60 yards. So statistically, minus the touchdowns, it wasn't bad. But again, the Gus Edwards thing, like, just come on. 5 for 52, 2 scores. Keaton Mitchell. Gave you guys Keaton Mitchell weeks ago. Told you to pick him up. 9 for 138 in a score. He caught 1 pass for -4. So again, Lamar Jackson doesn't throw to his running back, so it's just strictly a running play. He's intriguing to me. I don't know how aggressive I would be on waivers just because Gus Edwards is not going to go away. Gus Edwards now, I think, has 5 touchdowns the last 2 weeks. So I think that, there's no reason to be ultra aggressive on Keaton Mitchell just yet. But very, very frustrating day for every Seattle play. 9 of 16 for Kenneth Walker. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 6 for 63. Lockett, 3 for 32. DK Metcalf, 1 for 50. Like, it was just a complete abomination across the board there. All right, Houston, 39-37. Do the Carolina Panthers, what's going through that front office mind tonight? Watching C.J. Stroud, who looks as good as any rookie quarterback I have ever seen, 30 of 42, 470, 5 touchdowns, ridiculous numbers. And Tank Dell, man, this hurts. 6 for 114, 2 scores. Dalton Schultz, if you stayed patient with Schultz when I recommended him over the summer, you definitely were rewarded today. 10 for 130. Never did this in Dallas. 13 a catch, 1 touchdown. Noah Brown, 6 for 153 in the score. Nico Collins scored, only 3 for 54, though. Yeah, George, I'm not at a loss too, man. Wow, Tua, Waddle, Pacheco, and Adams. Those 4 guys, they all shit the bed. Amazing. But C.J. Stroud, this was one of the greatest performances I have ever seen from a rookie quarterback. And listen, it really hurts that Tank Dell scored all those points for me on the bench. But, man, I'm going to have to start him now next week for sure. Mike Evans, 4 for 87. Chris Godwin, 2 for 16. Yikes. But listen, Rachaad White. So we all shit all over him in September, and deservedly so. He wasn't good. But ever since October, Rachaad White's been playing really well. 20 of 73, 2 touchdowns. So he's still getting the work. 4 for 46 through the air. He's a great receiving back. We already know that. And he's doing it now in PPR. He is absolutely doing it. Indianapolis 27-13. Gardner Minshew continues to be aggressive, only threw 1 touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 18 carries for 47 yards. Zach Moss, only 7 carries. So we're seeing that manifest itself now. It's really more and more Jonathan Taylor, who caught 5 for 22 in the score. Michael Pittman, 8 for 64. Chuba Hubbard failed to solidify the hold on the starting job, 16 of 58. Miles Sanders, 6 for 39. Sanders played better, and he caught 3 for 22, so maybe this can elevate Sanders a little bit going forward. What else? We don't have to talk about the Vegas game. I mean, my God, it's just a complete abomination for the Giants. Aiden O'Connell, listen, he didn't throw a touchdown, but he was pretty good. Josh Jacobs, 26 for 98, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jacoby Myers, only 2 catches for 38 yards, but he did take a handoff to the house. Devontae Adams, 4 for 34. Yikes. So they scored 30 points, but getting nothing from their receivers. So the volatility with Devontae Adams continues. And then finally, Philadelphia, we knew there was going to be a lot of points scored in this game. Jalen Hurts, he still looks hot. He had another injury scare in this one, but came back out, 207 in the air, 2 touchdowns, ran for 36 and another score on the ground. Tony Pollard, guys, for Dallas, 12 for 51, 3 catches for 12 yards. Like, it's just not working. So what is that? 4.2. So basically 10 PPR points. So yet another dud for Pollard. I still think you should buy low on him. I think he's way too talented to continue like this. CeeDee Lamb, by the way, 11 for 191. Like, second straight week now, balls to the wall. Crazy game for CeeDee Lamb. A.J. Brown, 7 for 66, another score. Devontae Smith, 3 for 51, and a score. Dallas Goedert got hurt. So just crazy stuff today. Absolutely monstrous game for CeeDee Lamb again. So let's see. So my work league, what is my percentage now? 28%. 28% chance to win because Dak Prescott put up 34 points. And Deontay Johnson, 22. So, yeah. And my opponent has Jamar Chase still and Tyler Conklin. I have Josh Allen and Austin Eckler. So, I mean, stranger things have happened. But so over my fantasy, Bijan can't score. Same with Flowers. Yeah, Flowers, that stopped real quick, right? It was good for a while, and that's over with now. Just not a good situation there. And now Olave, yeah, he finally did score for a while. Well, yeah, Pollard for JT. Good job, George. That was a really good job there. Yeah, so nothing good happening for me. Looks like a lot of people struggled as well today. We just got to flush this week. That's it. Waddle, yeah, Anthony, it's been bad. You got to write it out. This offense is too good. He's been playing better the last couple of weeks coming into today. Gets dinged up a lot. Gets banged up quite a bit, which is the problem. He can't ever seem to stay healthy. That's the issue you have there. So that is frustrating for sure. All right, guys, a lot of streams today, so I think I'm going to end it here. I definitely want to see this Bengals-Bills game tonight. Usually the Sunday night game, I'm kind of exhausted by this point, 2 streams and all that stuff. But thank you for letting me vent tonight. I appreciate it. More videos going up tomorrow. Probably if I'm going to do a stream, but it's probably going to be late tomorrow. So make sure you have that notification button hit. Yeah, Zamora, I don't know which one's worse. I think really when you have players that don't produce, that's worse. I mean, injuries happen to everybody, right? You just can't predict injuries, and that's frustrating. But when you have players that don't produce, that's worse. But anyway, guys, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have better luck than I did today. Enjoy the game tonight, and we will chat tomorrow. Take care, guys.